We're in the throes of an Alabama summer. That means it's probably going to get hotter before it gets cooler. And if you're working or playing outside, you want to be extra careful. Brent Dierking is here from NorthStar EMS to tell me more about it. Brent, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you, Danny.
This seems like it would be common sense. When it's hot, you need to be careful. But for some reason, people just don't want to pay attention.
Yeah, you would think so. You know, we talk about this year in and year out, but you know, it's something that's worth bringing up again each time of the year during this time. As Richard has told us, you know, the weather temperatures are certainly getting a lot hotter, and there's just certain things that people need to be aware of, because if you're in the heat too long, it really can cause a medical emergency.
And that would be a heat illness. Now what is that?
Well, heat illnesses are pretty much defined in three different categories. The first one is, you know, you might be out exercising or playing sports and you experience cramping, and most of us have experienced that at some time or another. And you know, in situations like that, you know, you just need to stop what you're doing. You need to sit down, you need to rest. People will advise that you get out of the heat, which is always common sense, again, if you're experiencing a heat illness.
Right.
And in this case, you know, cramping is a lot of times caused by, you know, electrolyte imbalances. So it's recommended that you drink fluids, sport drinks, something to get those electrolytes back into balance. So that's the first category. The second category is heat exhaustion, where, you know, you're out and you're working, let's say you're mowing the grass, doing some physical activity. And, you know, again, going to the common sense theme, people a lot of times know when things just don't feel right in their body. So you're out in the heat, you're starting to get tired, maybe short of breath, you're sweating profusely. Those are the body's ways of telling you that something's going on. So, you know, you need to stop what you're doing. Let's get into a cool environment, or if you see someone experiencing that, stop them, get them into a cool environment, and let's see if we can't get them replenished with fluids as well, if they're conscious. But if they're unconscious, then we need to certainly dial 911 right away and get EMS activated.
Somebody over there who knows what the heck they're doing.
That's right, that's right. And the third category...
And I'm betting this is the worst one.
It is, is heat stroke. And again, you go through all the symptoms that we've discussed previously. You know, it moves from heat exhaustion to the point where the body is not producing sweat, which is the natural way to cool the body down, and people fall out. So if you find someone like that, they're warm to the touch, they're dry, that is a serious medical emergency, and you need to cool them down right away. And then finally, if I may, I would just like to add one other thing. You know, during this time of the year, we also hear of events where people are leaving their kids and their dogs in parked vehicles in the sun. And it's important to note, you know, it just takes a short amount of time for the temperature, let's say it's 80 degrees outside, to jump 20, 30, 40, 50 degrees. I think the statistic is within an hour, the temperature can soar upwards to about 50 to 60 degrees higher than the outside temperature. Deaths do occur, serious injuries do occur. So everybody just use the phrase, look before you lock. That's kind of a national campaign right now. Look around your car, make sure everything is fine. Kids aren't in the back seat. Pets aren't back there before you lock up and go into a store or something. Let's be safe this summer.